Hello internet friends, it's me, Jeremy Parrish. I'm going to play F-Zero terribly because I'm not good at racing games. Hi and good morning and welcome to, what did I call this? Classics and Coffee? Coffee and Classics? Some damn thing. Yeah. Anyway, this is continuing our Super NES live stream, 25th anniversary celebration. And I have not played F-Zero seriously since about the time the Super NES came out. So, I don't even know what these cars are. This one's like Army Man, this one's green, this one's Rodimus Prime. I'm gonna go with Rodimus Prime because everyone hates Rodimus Prime. So this is the Fire Stingray, rendered from, wow, it's like 24, 32 different angles. It's a lot of tedious sprite work. None of this makes any sense to me or means anything, so yes, I'm going to jump in. Maybe I should do the Night League and not totally embarrass myself. Oh, look at that. Yeah, technically not a beginner, but I might as well be. So F-Zero, of course, is... I can't actually... Crap. I have the sound turned down, so there's no echo, so I couldn't actually hear the starting chimes. I can see this is going to be a problem. Anyway, F-Zero was a launch title for the Super NES in both America and Japan, and was kind of... I feel like it was sort of the big demonstration, like, check out what this game system can do, it's crazy! Look at this 3D effect! I mean, it was not true polygons like Hard Driving or something, but, you know, this looked pretty cool. There's all these pixels scaling. Yeah, I don't know. It was a different approach to 2D bitmap-based racing perspective graphics than Sega's Superscaler approach. Relying on the Super NES's Mode 7 hardware function that could take a single bitmap graphic and treat it like it was, you know, kind of on a 3D plane, so stretch it and rotate it. So, you know, the game goes so quickly that you don't really notice the fact that it's all just 3D fakery. Yes, suck on that. Alright, so by playing the most basic course on the easiest difficulty, I am now in first place. So that's an accomplishment, right? Yeah, I don't really play a lot of racing games, so I can only do so much here. I'm still trying to get the hang of the controls, which is why I just juked like crazy a second ago. Anyway, I haven't done a proper introduction, I just kind of jumped into this. I'm Jeremy Parrish, this is US Gamer, we're cool, we love you. The Super NES turns 25 in... oh, I'm back in second place, and I blew up a car, that was cool. Anyway, the Super NES turns 25 sometime next week, and we at US Gamer picked our 25 favorite Super NES games, as I mentioned before in previous streams, and I'm trying to stream them all from original hardware as much as possible. I cannot find my copy of Earthbound. I am not paying $300 just to do a stream of Earthbound, so I'm going to play that one from Virtual Console. But otherwise, yeah, trying to take this back and show off what the hardware was capable of and what it was like with the actual technology. There were a lot of add-on chips in Super NES games, a lot of batteries and things like that. It was a much more complex system than the NES had been, so, you know, F-Zero here is kind of... oh, I did it again! I'm running at a deficit. F-Zero here was kind of, like I said, that one of the first attempts to really show off the hardware. It probably started as a tech demo, and then they were like, oh wait, we can make a pretty good racing game out of it. And they did. I mean, if you compare this to the NES's first racing game, which was F1 Race, which was co-developed by HAL, that was, you know, pretty much a straightforward F1 racer. Whereas this, I don't know if there had really been... there was probably some UK game for some microcomputer that did something along these lines, a fast-paced future racer with crazy designs and high speed, but this was pretty mind-blowing for a console game in 1990, 1991 when it debuted, so you gotta respect that. Anyway, Super NES, or the Super NES, US Gamer Team picked its 25 favorite Super NES games, and we're starting to get out of the weeds and into the more the mainstream choices. I think anyone who had a Super NES back in the day played this game and was dazzled by it, so of course it made the list. Previous games, yesterday I played Final Fantasy IV, aka Final Fantasy II, Dracula X, Super Bomberman 2, Bust-A-Move, and ActRaiser. So pretty solid stuff there all around, I would have to say. I hope you've been watching the streams. I hope you've been enjoying the streams. I see that people are actually tuning into the stream once again, despite the fact that it's 6:30 a.m. on the West Coast. But maybe this is bringing in more of the Aussies and Brits, I don't know, as opposed to the Californians. But of course, the idea is that I am playing classic games and drinking coffee, but there's not a lot of coffee drinking going on right now because this is a really fast game and I can't really take my attention away from the screen or remove my finger from the buttons. So no coffee for me. Please, someone enjoy some coffee for me. I'm feeling kind of deprived today because I had a dishwashing accident yesterday and cracked my French press, so I have to replace that. It's very heartbreaking. What good is life without French press coffee, I ask you? I hope I'm actually broadcasting my voice. I just jumped into this without really checking to see if there was any feedback on the stream chat. Oh good. People are drinking coffee for me. They can hear me. Hi everyone. Alright, so I keep coming in first because, once again, I picked the most basic course and the easiest difficulty level. I have no shame. Alright, there we go. Oh, they're still faster than me. I guess that's the dark secret of the Fire Stingray. Ah! Whoa! That was not the way that was supposed to go. So as far as I know, F-Zero does not have a special chip in it. Someone in the chat will undoubtedly correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, they repurposed this general concept and technology for Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, and that game did have a DSP chip, digital signal processor, I believe, that complicated emulation efforts back in the early days. And even now, if you get something like an EverDrive, you have to get a special version of that to make sure it supports DSP chips. So, you know, even from pretty early on, Nintendo was enhancing their cartridges. Whereas with the NES, it took several years before you started seeing the enhancement carts. And I've got to say, you know, playing this game on a big TV, upscaled from real hardware, so there's no, like, weird emulation hiccups or anything, it looks pretty good. Like, yeah, I mean, it's all pixely and chunky and stuff, but it moves at a really great, smooth frame rate. Like, these roads are sprawling ahead of me quite convincingly. It's very immersive. I keep shifting in my seat. And I'm a very stoic person who never expresses any sort of animation or human emotion. So, as you can imagine, that's quite remarkable. And I'm probably talking too much because, you know, as with so many Super NES games, a big part of the appeal of F-Zero is its music, and I'm talking right over it. Was this Nintendo, as a first party, their first foray into butt rock? I think it might have been. Whoa! Ah! It's kind of set the precedent for, I think, a lot of Super NES games to have sort of this like Red Hot Chili Peppers, electric funk style, which I think was largely based around the sound libraries that Nintendo provided for the Super NES. People who didn't want to come up with their own sound samples, music samples, could just go with Nintendo's pre-baked libraries. And thanks for that bump of speed. Guy hit me from behind. And so you had a lot of games that kind of used the same instrument set. No! No! Oh, you bastards. Oh, you bastard! I will kill you. I will destroy your parents. Anyway, so yeah, this is a game that really set the tone for the system in a lot of ways. This is not the necessarily the big classic ultimate game from the so close from the NES launch. I think that was Super Mario World, but it was definitely the one that made the most like, wow, this system's crazy impression. Deathwind 1, that sounds auspicious. Can't wait to enjoy this Deathwind. I have a turbo boost, don't I? I probably should use one of those. I don't remember how. Well, that's what happens when you play a game for the public without bothering to read the instructions first or practice. Oh. Yeah, this is starting to get intense. Anakin Skywalker would be excited about this. I'll get you yet, Sebulba. I'm not doing well this race. It's very unfortunate. How do I keep missing those? What's wrong with me that I can't hit... I can't hit those speed chevrons. What's the matter with me? Oh, I have little S's down at the bottom. I think those are speed boosts. So at some point, if I ever find a straightaway, I should totally use one of those. And maybe this time I can hit a chevron. Yay! Oh, that wasn't good. So there's some... I like the little bit of starter design going on here. This is definitely the most devious and tricky course that I've experienced yet, and it's the first one that has a mandatory energy charging zone. Those flashing, colorful zones that you drive over will refill your shield. No! Jackasses. Oh. Like this. Like you have to go through that, because they know you're going to die horribly. Like this guy is about to die horribly. Sorry, other Fire Stingray. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. That put me back behind this car. You! I will destroy all that you love. Oh, no. No, what's happening? Whoops. Now I'm the one that's going to blow up. Well... maybe that would be better than coming in third. Oh! Shame and disgrace on generations of parishes to come. Good God. Tragic. Alright, anyway, so we're 15 minutes into this disastrous stream. Hello. I'm Jeremy Parrish drinking coffee and playing a classic. And losing! Look at that. This is F-Zero for Super NES, and I took the right path, and I don't know why. I also drove straight over the bumpy stuff. Because that's what I do. I play video games without practicing first. This is a fascinating combination of F1 racing and bumper cars. I'm not coping well with this course, though. Let's see what happens if I... Oh, mines! Oh, that was bad! I'll never do that again. I seem to have trouble cornering. There we go, that was a little better. Yes, precious health refill. Go to the minefield, you fool. Oh, that didn't work out so well. Racing is hard in the future. Can't wait till they replace our jobs with robots, so some robot can drive for me instead. This is the sport of the 26th century, and I've decided I don't really like the 26th century. It's too aggressive. I like Gene Roddenberry's version where everyone like pieces out, hangs out in weird kind of kinky clothes in the holodeck. After this game's over, let's all go to Risa. Risa, whatever. Oh, no! What? Monsters. I hate all of you. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Actually, I don't think I'm going to finish this one. Look at that. Oh, it's bad news. Something horrible has happened to me. Oh. Very sad. Very sad. Well, now you've seen what happens when you lose a race in F-Zero. The answer is you explode. So let's try that again. I guess it's called silence because that's the noise I hear from the audience. No applause for me. I don't deserve it. Oh, terrible cornering. What's wrong with you, Fire Stingray? You're a poor workman and I'm blaming my tools. Let's hope this time I don't get dicked over again on the next to last lap. That was just unacceptable last time. There we go. It's like muscle memory. You do a thing enough, and eventually you'll get okay at it. It's been the philosophy of my entire career. Just keep putting words on paper, and eventually some of them turn out okay. US Gamer, staffed by an infinite number of monkeys. So I'd really like to respond to some of the chat comments, but again, it's really hard to take your attention off a game this fast, and even if you even talk about taking your attention away, terrible things happen like that. Like this. Ugh. I don't know who that yellow guy is, but I don't like him. How did he get so far ahead of me? What is going on here? I know you're not really supposed to use bouncing off the walls as your control tactic, but I can find no other answer. Sorry about that, other Stingray. There's only room for one of us in this world. this mute city ain't big enough for the two of us. I was feeling pretty good about myself for a minute there, and then I remembered, oh wait, this is the easiest difficulty. Oh well. Let's turbo on to the finish line. Alright! So, let's listen to some music for a second while I look at the chat. Oh, someone called me racist. That's weird. And Rodney Lives pointed out that the L and R buttons can be used to get a little extra turning power. I've been trying to do that. It hasn't done so well. Oh well. I'm not a racing person. But boy, when we get to an RPG, I'm going to do such amazing work. And why is... I'm trying to skip past this part. I'm done, so my controller doesn't seem to be working all of a sudden. Oh, there we go. Maybe it just fades down. Okay, so something is going on here. That's exciting. Oh, you know, there was someone else's save file on this cartridge, so it looks like they haven't gone after the Queen races. So maybe I should do that, see what happens. Okay, so we'll do a second race. That yellow guy seemed like a giant bastard, so I'm gonna play as him, and maybe I can be the giant bastard. Yes, let's do this. And we'll play Queen League, but still beginner because... yeah. I'm not looking forward to playing F-Zero X on some stream someday, because that one just starts off horrible. Ah. So I guess the yellow dude is the equivalent of, like, Toad from Mario Kart. Good acceleration, but not such great top speed. Wow. And that's me sounding like Mario, apparently. That drifting did not work so well. Yes, let's... Oh, come on, come on! Monsters. Oh, what is this sadness happening? Well, that's just terrible. Good lord. Alright, so terrible things have happened to my chances as a competent racer. Clearly, I was not meant for the Queen League. I'm in such dire straits I couldn't even take a moment to blow up a fire stingray. That's how you know you're doing poorly. Much better. Okay. That's right, suck it, person in third place. Now I'm you. Oh, I'm changing things up. Going along a different path. Very exciting. Oops. But maybe a bad idea? Oh. I was doing so well for a second. Alright. Some things just gotta be done, and blowing up fire stingrays is one of them. What is it about fire stingrays that they're always the ones that are about to explode? How come it's no one else? And that's what I want to know. Is this game just biased against the color pink? Does it have something against magenta? Is magenta like the worst color of the future? These are all canonical issues that need to be addressed in a very detailed fan fiction. so someone please get on that. I guess I should have used that boost a little sooner. Alright, well, second place, I think. Is that what I did? Oh yeah, second place. Could have been worse. That's my philosophy about video games. Could have been worse. Oh, I was positioned advantageously. I'm already out ahead of everyone, so it's up to me to blow my lead. It's my race to lose. I don't know what those things are, but they seem bad. Oh, very bad. Oh, everything's bad. Watch me fly off into the side. Disappear off the course altogether. That will be my legacy to future generations. Comedy. Who designed this track? They're a horrible person. I hate them. Why are they such a sadist? Queen League, more like Mean League. Thanks, I came up with that one myself. I read my own material. No! Stupid lackey cars. Someone in the chat called these lackey cars, and I... Oh! Ah! Monsters. Oh, my God. Like I said, it was my race to lose, and I did it. So, that's something I can bank on. Alright, Port Town 1. Eat a bag of hot death. Oh, are you serious? Oh boy, that was good times. I can take pleasure in knowing that I killed someone down there on the highway, though. I took them out with me. Alright. Well, let's try this again. God, ow! Yeah, forget this. Alright, clearly I was not meant to play F-Zero. I don't think this is... Oh, well, that's it. Game over. Oh, how to practice. That seems like a good idea. Maybe I should do that for a few days. Well, let's see what happens if I go to the King League and race Expert. This is going to be good. I'm gonna have a lot of fun here. So you're going to get the full gamut of the F-Zero experience. Me dying horribly at the beginner level, and also me dying horribly at the expert level. Although, so far, hasn't seemed that insane. Oh, there we go. Yes. That's what we were looking for. That's the magic spark. Sure, minefields on race car tracks. Why not? Why not? Someone is wagging his butt in my face. I don't appreciate that. Not really what I'm into. Oh! Oh, I got kind of crazy carried away there. Blow up some mines. Someone needs to send out some of those bomb-sniffing rats to clear out the minefield. Do they know how dangerous that is? I feel like this was inspired by Motorball from Battle Angel Alita, although maybe this came out before that, so this game's responsible for Motorball. But basically the idea that it's fun to watch people risk their lives at breakneck speeds in the future, because all societal ills have been cleared up. There's nothing to do but pay money to watch people die. Which honestly sounds like kind of a societal ill. I think it's time to use some speed boosts. Maybe catch up to Lackeys? No. Catch up to number 2, wherever he may be. It's probably left me far behind. Because it's expert mode, which basically just means all the other cars cheat. I know how Nintendo designs its AI. I've played Nintendo racing games. I am never going to find those first and second place people, am I? They don't show up on the map either. I don't even know if they actually exist. For all I know, it's just a hoax. Well, I at least ranked. That's good, right? Of course, that was the first track. We'll see what happens with the next track. I'm sure it will go horribly. Someone in chat says, is US Gamer going to be at TGS? I am going to be at TGS for US Gamer now that my passport has arrived and I am allowed to leave the country again. I will not play F-Zero with you, however. Oh, there we go. That's the rank 6 that I was counting on. This track seems familiar, but it's much worse than I remember. Those speed chevrons. I think I am permanently in 5th place now. Nope, just kidding, now I'm in 6th. But I'll be the first to blow up, just you watch. Whoa! Speed chevrons are crazy! Ah! It's time to make some crazy money driving in the crazy future. Usually on these streams I give lots of history about the game, talk about the developers and that sort of thing, but I actually don't know. I mean, I know this was an EAD, Nintendo EAD production. There's a dude in there named Mr. EAD, who I guess is supposed to be somewhere between a cross of Mario and, uh-oh, power down, and Shigeru Miyamoto, but that's all I know. Of course, we all know that Shigeru Miyamoto designs games based around his current interests, so we have to assume that at one point he was really into driving extremely dangerous cars far in the future. Seems like a weird hobby for such a mild-mannered gentleman, but what do I know? Anyway, I lost. Or as they say in Dark Souls, I died. Okay. You know what? I don't think this is going to go anywhere from here. I think this is just going to be me flailing against the boundaries of the racetrack and exploding a lot. So this was a fun half hour, kind of. Maybe more so for you than for me. But I think this wraps it up for today's 25th anniversary celebration of the Super NES. Today's Coffee and Classics. So I'm going to sign off here and get back to work, and I will be back on, what day will that be? Friday, to play... What game was that? I totally forgot. Oh yes, Donkey Kong Country 2. So please look forward to that. I'm sure I will do better at Donkey Kong Country 2 than at F-Zero. But this has been Jeremy Parrish for US Gamer, and be sure to watch tomorrow's streams. I think Kat is playing Madden, and then the next day she's going to play Super Robot Wars because she has very diverse tastes in video games. So you can watch her explore those two extremes together, separate days, and I'll be back, like I said, on Friday. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to finish my coffee now, and I will be back.